You're listening to Online Pet Health Podcasts with Dr. Megan Kelly. Continuing education for veterinarian rehabilitation therapists. Learn more at onlinepethealth.com.
Hey Vetrehabbers, if the pandemic has taught us anything, it's that we need to have more than one source of income. It's no surprise that I am a fan of online businesses. So today I'm going to discuss 5 ways Vetrehabbers can make money online. Now, this could be a great side hustle for your vet rehab practice and a nice additional source of income. And what's really awesome is that a lot of these things we can automate. So it just happens behind the scenes while you're practicing. If this is something you're interested in, you might want to watch my webinar on diversifying your income. You can go to onlinepethealth.com/income. So before I chat about 5 ways to make money online, a quick word from our sponsors. Hero Braces is devoted to helping canines lead an active lifestyle by specializing in custom braces for stifle, hock, and carpal injuries. The reality is that not all dogs are able to have surgery, and custom bracing can be a great alternative that provides stability and allows dogs to remain active. Since each Hero Brace is custom made to every dog, maximum support and comfort with reduced fitting complications is achieved. If you guys want to learn more about GoHero, you can go to gohero.com. All right, now it's time to learn how to make money online. So now that the pandemic is over, I like to look back and think, what has it actually taught us? So if it's taught me anything, is that we need to diversify our incomes. Some professionals during this pandemic time and through COVID, it meant less hours of work, and for others it meant more hours of work. Some benefited financially and others lost or drastically had their income reduced. Now, today I'm going to be chatting about how you can make money as a vet rehabber online. And there are many benefits to working online. The most obvious one being no or low overheads. You can work from home and all you need is a computer and an internet connection. And what I love about it is you can work anywhere in the world. You can travel, it doesn't matter where you are geographically, as long as you have internet, you can work. You can also work very flexible hours. So if you are an early bird and you want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and work solidly from 5 to 2, you can. And then go ride your horse in the afternoon. If you maybe prefer to work in the evenings, you can. And you can also have a job and do this on the side, like a side hustle. You're also not limited as to how many people or animals you can help. Now, time is obviously one of our biggest problems, is that we don't have enough time sometimes to see the patients that we want. When you have online courses and ways in which you can help people online, you can help many people. They can also live anywhere in the world. You're not limited to the small radius around where you live. So obviously with pros, there are a few cons. So some of the cons are you never stop working. So you have to set boundaries to cut yourself off from the online world. Otherwise, you will live there always. And then also, even when you're on holiday, you sometimes have to pull out that laptop. If you have an amazing team that can support you, which I do, it's really great. But there are times, even then, when I'm on holiday, where I need to log in and, to give my advice and support. Most of the time, when people have online businesses, it's usually just them running their business. And that means that when you're on holiday, you sometimes have to answer clients' emails, and maybe somebody struggled to log into one of your online courses. But really, it's few and far between. Now, if starting an online business is something you are interested in, you must remember you don't have to work 100% online. You can do a combination of a few days of practicing and a few days working online from home. Sometimes it's a nice balance, and it also allows you to be at home, especially if you've got young kids. Now, I started my online side of my business with an online shop in 2008. So I had my practice and I started to sell harnesses, wheelchairs, braces, any product that pet owners could not get from their regular vet or pet shop. And it was a really great extra source of income for me. I made the shift to being completely online in 2014. So it was never my intention to stay online, but Online Pet Health grew from strength to strength, and my focus has kept me, for the moment, growing and enjoying and helping people to learn online. After my first baby in 2011, this is when I still had my vet rehab practice, I really found it tricky and difficult. Some days I wouldn't even see my baby awake. I would leave, she was asleep, and get back home when she was asleep. I think in those days it was a little bit more tricky because we didn't have that many vet rehabbers, especially here in South Africa. At the time, there were only 2 qualified veterinary rehabilitation therapists, so vets that were doing acupuncture and doing rehabilitation in Cape Town. And so I didn't really have anyone to help me. I didn't have locums. I didn't have an assistant. It really was tricky. It was really all on me. And, for me, it was definitely not okay for me not to be there for my baby. And I realized very quickly that I needed to find another way to make some source of income that wasn't reliant on me. And it also wasn't reliant time-wise, because, when you are a vet or we're a vet rehabber, your income is dependent on the amount of time that you have. So if you can do 5 consults a day, you can earn a certain amount. If you could work for another 2 hours, you can maybe do 7 consults and you can earn a certain amount. I tried a few things. As I mentioned, the first thing was the online shop. I tried dog food deliveries, manufacturing my own products, and these businesses, they did very well. But what I realized is that I didn't have that 100% flexibility that I wanted. I wanted to know that when my daughter was sick, I could stay at home or take her to the doctor. I didn't want to have to get a friend to be able to take my daughter to the doctor when she was sick. And also, I wasn't flexible because I had to package orders and be around for the courier to collect. So I knew I wanted to have freedom to work and travel at the same time. And as a family, we love to travel, and we often go for long weekends away. And that made it really, really tricky. And so I started to think more, what could I do that was more online? Fast forward to today, so I work very flexible hours. When it's school holidays, I take time off to do fun things with my kids. We can travel to go and visit grandparents in other countries for 3 weeks, and my business continues to run. I still work really hard, but I have flexibility, and that's really precious to me. So I've created a lifestyle business for myself, and I'm still using my knowledge and my degree, and I'm still growing and learning in my field. So how did I do it? Well, in 2014, I decided to create an online course for pet owners, teaching them exercises to help strengthen dogs with osteoarthritis. It was a 12-week program, and I created 3 more courses after that and wrote 3 ebooks for pet owners. And this was actually the original Onlinepethealth. And then in 2017, I transitioned the business to a continuing education platform. And the idea was purely a need for myself to improve my own knowledge and to learn more. What was a problem for me was also a problem for other vet rehabbers. And so I was solving not just my problem, but a whole lot of other people's problem. After the first webinar on kinesiotaping, the attendees asked when I was going to organize the next one. And after the second one, they asked, can we do this every month? And then they asked, can we divide the yearly cost over the 12 months and pay monthly? And that's really how the subscription model to Onlinepethealth started. Over the last 5 years, I've built this business that serves me and my family. And I want you guys to know that this is possible for you too. Now, the great thing about veterinary professionals is that we are problem solvers. So we solve problems every day. And to be successful in the online world, you need to find a problem and solve it. So it's often termed the change industry. And our goal is to help a customer go from point A to point B. And we do this every day. An animal comes in with an injury and we treat them and we heal them. So you need to find a topic that you're passionate about and love teaching about and put this information into different packages and you can sell it online. You might be thinking, what do I know that someone would be prepared to pay for? Well, the answer is loads. What it is that people ask your advice for every single day, that's exactly it. Is there a specific type of patient that you're known for treating? Here are some things that you could teach about. So like the first one, you could maybe teach pet owners. You do this every day in your consult room. Maybe about exercise, first aid, like longevity, maybe about natural treatments, nutrition, performance. You could teach professionals. These could be other vets, vet techs, groomers, behavioralists, dog walkers, dog trainers. You could teach any people that are in any other animal businesses that you might be able to help them with. Maybe receptionists, maybe animal handlers and kennel hands. Maybe you could teach practice managers something. Maybe the business behind owning a practice. Maybe the social media side, finances. Maybe you could teach them about the systems, the way that you run your practice. These are just some examples, but the potential is endless. You also don't even need to stay in your field. Maybe you're great at crochet. Don't limit yourself to what you need to test your market. You need to make sure that you're making the correct decisions for you and the market that you are most passionate about. If you're wanting to make a living with your online business, you have to do something that you love doing and that you love helping other people to be able to achieve. Now, I want to dispel a myth. So working in an online business is not passive income. So it's a lot of work. It depends on how much you want to put into it and how much you get out of it. So I'm going to share with you 5 different ways you can start making money online. So the first way is write an ebook and sell it. Now, this is where I would start. The reason is that the barrier to entry is really low. You can design it in Canva, you can make it look really professional, and you can sell it and email it to your audience. Now, what I love about creating an ebook is that you have an audience already to sell that to straight away, and that's your current clients. You might also have pet owners following you that are not in your area, and you can sell it to them on your social media platform. So anyone that is not your client and that is following you might be wanting to buy your ebook. Selling ebooks on social media is also a win-win. I mean, with the current algorithm at the moment, it means that your reach is only 3 to 5% of your audience. And sometimes I even have doubts about the amount of time we invest in social media, if it's actually worthwhile. Well, this makes it worthwhile. You'll be making money selling your ebook on social media, and it might not be to somebody that would actually even be your client. The price points for these can be from between $3 to $50, depending on the value you have in them. And now you're not going to be able to start practicing on one ebook, but it's a great start. And you can start building your audience and getting some additional income. So number 2 is create and sell an online course. So you remember we were talking about helping a customer get from point A to point B. Well, there's usually a few stops on the way from A to B. Your customer will go along that journey to get their change. Let's say you wanted to help them get their agility dog to strengthen and to improve their time over a few seconds. So what would that path look like? Your ebook content might take them through the first step. By implementing what you taught them in the ebook, they will then see some of the change they are looking for. Now they want more, and they want you to help them get there further. Once they have seen the change and are committed to carry on, you sell them your online course. So this is a lot more thorough. It could include PDFs, videos, downloads, tables, groups that maybe they'll be able to join, one-on-one training, mentorship, and it's usually over a 6 to 12 week period. At the end of the course, they achieve their goal and they get their change. Now, the price points for these can vary anywhere from between $47 to $2,500, depending on the value that you offer. So the third way is through memberships. Now, once your customers have achieved their change, they are going to want to maintain it. And this is where you can add in a membership. What's great about a membership is that you get recurring revenue. You create additional content each month, and they pay you a monthly fee to access the new content, as well as the library of content from the previous months. You might also offer group calls and Q&A sessions, for example. And this really depends on your niche and what your customers' needs are. So this is exactly what Online Pet Health is. It's an online membership. The fourth way is to start a podcast. Now, you can do this on its own or in combination with 1, 2, and 3. I started this podcast, the Veterinary Rehabilitation Podcast, in 2017. In 2022, it was voted, according to the number of hits on the website, the 3rd best veterinary podcast in the world. And I monetize it by charging sponsors for airtime. Now, what people are prepared to pay to sponsor a podcast really depends on your following as well as your niche and audience. So podcasting, though, is the long game. You're not going to make money straight away. You need to be consistent, publish a podcast every week for a long time before you start reaping the benefits. When I started mine, I didn't do it to make money. I did it because I thought it would be fun. It is my number one fun thing that I do every day. I would do it even if it didn't generate me any money. And the 5th thing you can do out of all those top 5 ways in which you can make money online is to become an affiliate. Now, you can sell products on your website or your social media platforms that give you a commission on the sale. So a great example is Dr. Julie Busby's Toe Grips. Her company has an affiliate program, so you can look at products you recommend to your clients. Only companies that fulfill the orders that you can make commission on because you recommended them and you sent the client to them. So now I hope I've tweaked your interest in diversifying your income. So to recap, what I love about online is that your overheads are really low. No rent, so you can work from home. You got flexible work times. You're never going to miss your child's concert or sports day ever again. Income possibilities, no ceiling and not time dependent and not owner dependent. You can hire a team to do most of the work for you and you can work from anywhere. So I know what you're thinking. I'm not computer savvy. Well, that exactly was how I was when I first started. And in the last 7 years, online softwares have advanced so much. You don't need to be computer savvy anymore. You might be thinking, I don't have a massive budget. How will I afford to be able to do this to even start? It will cost you some time, yes, and a few $100s. Everything you need you have at your disposal. All you need is a smartphone, a laptop, and an internet connection. There are great software options available now that allow you to run your whole business with one easy-to-use software, and you can start for free and upgrade as you start earning money. So again, my 5 ways to make money online. Number 1, ebooks. Number 2, online courses. Number 3, memberships. Number 4, podcasts. And number 5, as an affiliate. And the good thing is that you can do them all together. You don't have to choose one. I also know what you need, and so I've also created a download for you, and this has all the resources that I recommend to starting an online business. You can go to www.onlinepethealth.com/online business. You can also join my Facebook group, which is Veterinary Professionals Making Money Online. So I hope that this has been inspirational for you, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Those of you that have been thinking about taking the leap to creating something online, and like I said, it doesn't have to be 100% of your work. It can just be even a little bit of your work. Just give you a little bit of time to make some money online to diversify your income a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the online courses and ebooks for sale. If you enjoyed this podcast, please hit the subscribe button so you get notified every time I load a new podcast. I'm here every week talking to vet rehab therapists from all over the world about all things vet rehab. A big thank you to our sponsor, Go Hero Braces. Their sponsorship allows us to be able to give this podcast to you for free. So please go and check them out, goherogo.com. Don't forget also to bookmark the Vet Rehab Summit. It is on the Saturday, the 12th of November. Come and be a part of the world's largest online veterinary rehabilitation conference. It's created specifically for you, the vet rehabber community. Online Pet Health members get VIP complimentary access to the Vet Rehab Summit. For more information about continuing education for vet rehabbers, you can go to onlinepethealth.com.